How will I ever get through this? I fucking hate it every time I hear something in my head. I just want it to get out. I don't want it to stay in my head. There's no one to help me get through this, and just being here day by day, it's so frustrating. And I want to take my life. I want to take my life. Hello, this is Ashton Wells, and that was a act on how I used to be when I was younger. When I first started feeling like I wanted to end my life because some voice I heard, made me feel like crap, and it made me feel like I was no longer needing to live. And it was a horrible feeling. And I really thought, how am I going to get past this? There's no way out. It's just, I've never felt this before. And the feeling that is making me feel this way is the one in the power now. That's what has the power. I don't. And so when you get to that point and you really think you want to take your life, you know, just think about, what do you really want to see happen with yourself? Because that's the point. It's not happening. You're expecting something and it's not happening. So then you tend to give up and you want to end your life. So what you can possibly do is take that in, go see someone. I advise you to go see someone and talk with them. Let them know how you're feeling. Maybe they'll give you something to kind of ricochet off of how you're thinking and move your mind to something else. But I would tell you, with me going to get help from people, they can tell me anything and I wouldn't take it in. It would just be like, that didn't help me. I'm still going to end my life. And so getting past those times when you play chicken with suicide until it actually happens. But I've never went that extra step to make it happen. It's always been the luck of my ass and it didn't happen. But slowly things are starting to appear to me that maybe I should stick around, and that's what keeps me going. I chose to stick around after those attempts of suicide, and it's just a hard thing to do, but it's so nourishing that I can look back on that and see how I am now and how much I've changed and how much I positively think about things rather than believing the negatives, because the negatives are always coming around me. They're always coming around me. And I just have to really get used to it. But things could be a lot clearer if someone was a miracle worker and they could take you from all what you're feeling and just move your life on a different path. And you have to find that. You have to find that person that is going to help you do that. It might come to you, it might never come to you in life, but sooner or later, with how much you stay believing in something like that, it will change your point of view. And that is the thing that's going to save you, changing your point of view, getting you out of that mind frame you're staying in about wanting to end your life. So I can't stress on that enough, but I really get tested in life. Life tests me, and those deep depressions, and it's like almost paralyzing you. And it's like the only way out is to commit suicide. And I just think, why does it have to be this way? And then again, I think to myself, why ask for this experience? and it's finally happening, and it's in a way that I'm not familiar with, and I just try to get through it the best way I can. So it's good to act it out. Even try, if you're so good in your mind frame that you know you won't commit suicide, why not act it out? Why not conjure up those feelings that you've had before and act it out? Get your emotions out. And then look at how you were then when you thought that way, and look how you are now. So that might be another thing that could help you with suicide exercises, because there should be such a thing as suicide exercises. Because all this time I think to myself when I'm alone in my house, what can people be to save? Because I always wanted somebody to save me from that. And everybody would tell me, oh, God, go get saved by God. And it just wasn't happening for me. I was on my own road to thinking how I would think and what I believed in. But don't let somebody force you to do what you don't want to do. You stay doing what you want to do, but just make the best out of it and stay positive. Don't drown in the negatives, because it's just going to get worse and worse. But you can change that. And if I had the answer to solve all your concerns about this, about life, and about sticking around, I would give it to you, but I don't. Because each person learns their own self. And they learn what keeps them going. Because what keeps me going can't be what keeps you going. It might help because you relate to it, but it's not exactly you. You have to find what moves you and what you trust in yourself and in other people. But we all can relate to keep things happy in a better community within mental illness and mental health. Just relating to everybody, getting familiar with how they feel, relating it back to yourself, how you felt, if you had felt that. And even if you have to act out a symptom you don't even have, like, you can work on this exercise. Talking to someone that is not there. Pretending there is an imaginary person with you. And then bringing yourself back to you. But it's not funny because people actually think that way. But it's the fact that you can get familiar with the symptom you don't have just to feel closer and more reliable to talk to people who do go through those symptoms. And I think we need more people out there like that. So until next time, I'll come with another role play or just getting my mind out, because this helps me get my mind out. Making videos that might seem useless to other people, but it's useful to me. And me just getting it out. Even somebody seeing me this way I am, they can say, oh, he's not as intelligent. Why is he speaking like he is intelligent? But nobody's probably thinking that. That's what I think in my head. But when you hit on that ding, when you find that person who does, that's the part of your head where you were thinking that. And then somewhere along the lines, you run across the person of that part of your brain that you were thinking on. But I want to progress every day. I have to find something that's going to help me, because I get the signs of going through those depressions and thinking those negatives and it hitting me like out of nowhere. How am I going to act with that? How am I going to counteract that attack that was on me from my own self? So it's sometimes a mystery to me. It seems like it's a mystery, because however I'm feeling, it wants to challenge me, and I got to throw it back in their face. So till next time.